Hi, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Ray.
And this is Cravey Snabies. Welcome to our channel.
Where we are sharing God's infinite wonders.
One snake at a time.
Hello! And welcome back to our channel! Listen, here's the deal. Thank you so much for coming back. I don't care if you are subscriber number 4 out of 4. Please keep coming back. Please make sure you're getting notified. And please share this. We can't get out there and do more with more people without your help. And both of us cannot even tell you how grateful we are that you keep coming back to watch. So thank you.
Thank you.
Today's video is all about, we didn't do this with Johnny's, so we're learning. It's all about Leo, our little piebald boy. See how his belly is pink? He's going to be going into shed soon. But he's not blue yet, otherwise I wouldn't have taken him out. He's not in blue yet, but he is such a good boy. One thing before we get going is I want to explain why our channel is different. If you go out there and you search for ball python videos,
You're going to find a ton of them.
Tons
Lots,
and tons.
yes.
Absolutely. Some of them are going to be care guides. Some of them are going to be feeding videos. I mean, you're going to find, like she said, a ton. If you go out there and you search for videos about God or Jesus, you will also find thousands upon thousands.
Yep.
Some of them will be pro-God, some of them will be not. Pray for those who are posting nots. There's not a channel like ours.
No.
Because, just for an example, okay, we went to a reptile expo today. Whole separate video, you'll see it. Stay tuned. And we talked to this one vendor, and she was talking about how she sold hognose snakes. And this lady saw that she had all these snakes in her van and treated her like she was evil.
Just because she had snakes. Everybody associates snakes with evil.
Can someone please explain to me, where's the evil? Because I don't see it. I don't see it, do I, Leo? I don't see it. No. He literally just licked my nose. Smelled, but licked my nose. Where's the evil? We've talked about that in a different video. We're going to talk about it as we go on with this channel because it is a goal of ours. It is a goal of ours. I mean, I've loved snakes since I was 12. She didn't. Nope. She's a convert, but boy, is she a convert. I mean...
Very much so.
And you could argue with her until you're blue in the face trying to convince her that snakes are bad and snakes are evil and how dare you, and she will argue right back. She will defend these guys to her dying death, or her dying breath, I should say.
Because
Okay,
snakes are the vessel. Just like anybody else. We're the vessel.
Mm-hmm.
The good and the evil is how the vessel is being used. Anything could be used for good and anything can be used for evil. Mm-hmm. So the snakes unfortunately got a bad rap.
Yeah.
Is really what it comes down to. And we just want to show that, they're not what everybody says they are. They're not as evil as everybody says.
They're not evil at all.
They're good.
Zero evil. Zero.
And if you just give them a chance and see the beauty that exists with them, your eyes are going to be open and you'll see them in a completely different light.
I mean, oh, yes, absolutely. You worded that perfectly. Perfectly. Here's the thing. Since in Johnny's video, we covered our enclosures, substrate, all of that stuff, we're not going to cover that on every single snake video now.
Nope.
Now we're going to talk about the snake and we're going to talk about God. Because this channel is equally about God. God is 100% of our lives, but this channel is equally about God as much as it is ball pythons and I mean Juliet and who knows, you know, but
without God, we wouldn't have any of our animals. We wouldn't
like have these guys.
We just wouldn't.
We
So
would not.
they're a big part of our life, but God is the central part of our life.
Absolutely.
So they came to us through Him.
Yes. 100%. All right.
So we got him from another expo, actually.
Yep.
We do love to go to expos.
We love them.
We do. We love to go to expos.
Mm-hmm.
So we had gone to one just north of us. What date was that?
February 7th.
February 7th. Okay. February 7th. And yeah, that was the same date. We actually got 2 snakes at that one, and we will be discussing another one in another video because that's one that I got at the same time.
Yeah.
So we'll be discussing him on another video. But
Coming soon.
Coming to a theater near you soon. So we got Leo, and we got him from, I believe it was CKC Exotics.
Yes, CKC Exotics. We love them. Love them, love them. They're great. They are great.
3 of our snakes actually come from them.
And all 3 of them have pooped and peed on me, as we discussed in a previous video. But their snakes like to eliminate themselves on me.
Yep.
Him included.
It's a sign of approval, you know. They just happen to like Ray. That's how they show their love.
Or they don't like me and see me as nothing better than a toilet. We haven't decided.
I think they like her. I think that's what it is. But so yeah, that's where we got Leo from. And let's see, when was he born? He was born
October 4th of 2025. So he's November, December, January, February, March, April. So he's about 6.5 months old, little, give or take a week. Yep. He is a leopard. You can see the leopard pattern. Obviously piebald, because you can see the white. And yellow belly. Those are his morphs. He's a leopard piebald yellow belly.
Beautiful boy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And so I've talked about my sister a few times. She will actually be a future guest star because she's coming to see us. She's coming to do a very, very special thing for me. Very special thing for me. So anyway, so she'll be coming and she's going to guest star on the channel. And I was having one heck of a time naming him. I am never good at naming our animals. I never have been. I never will be. I always enlist help. And she hadn't even met him. But I told her about what his morphs are. And she came up with Leopold. For, he's leopard, Leopold. And we call him Leo. And as soon as she said that, I said, yes, that's his name. That's the thing. I don't think of the names, but when other people say them, I'm like, no, maybe. Yes! She's been around for enough namings. She knows that's how I am.
Yep.
So he is Leo, the Leopold, the little leopard piebald baby. Oh my God, she's so cute. Can I hold him?
Sure. Oh, he is very chill. Very chill.
He falls asleep on us so often. Like more so than Johnny.
And Johnny, just like we talked about with Johnny,
mm-hmm.
Because Johnny is very chill too.
Yeah.
Leo, I think might...
Johnny is currently right now sleeping on my husband.
But I think Leo might actually have him beat in that department.
Yeah. The sleeping department, yeah.
Both of them are very chillax.
Yep.
I love the fact that they're so good with chaos. They
really are, because we have chaos in this house. We have so many animals.
We do. We have dogs. We have cats.
We have bearded dragon.
We have bearded dragon. We had...
although we keep the cats away from the bearded dragon, because in case you didn't know this, tell them.
Cat saliva is not... It's toxic.
It's toxic to bearded dragons.
So don't let cats lick bearded dragons.
Yeah, they cannot. Do not. I mean... First of all, a cat swapping in a beard, that alone can be bad enough with the claws and they can lose their tails and whatever. But their saliva is actually toxic. I did not know that. She found that out and we're like, Anytime we have Juliet out, no cats anywhere near us. We refuse. We're just not even going to chance it. So
yeah, so we're very careful.
Little
with that.
tidbit on a whole other reptile, but it's a good tidbit.
The cats do roam freely in the house. The dogs obviously roam freely in the house. And we do take the snakes out, and they sit with us when we're out here in the living room watching TV and stuff. And the dogs and the cats have gone nose to nose with...
Most of them, yes.
With the snakes. And Leo and Johnny have no problem going nose to nose with them.
Especially the pug. Right now, if I could turn the camera without having to move everything, my husband is sitting watching TV like this. Johnny is curled up right here sleeping, and the pug is right here sleeping on his lap. They go nose to nose all the time. Paisley will go nose to nose with all the snakes. There's a couple of them that are still unsure of her, but they don't strike at her or anything like that. But these guys don't even care. They just don't even care.
Mm-mm. Nope, they don't strike. They don't do anything. So they're pretty chill when it comes to that.
Yep. So, as with all of our snakes at this point, he eats once a week, 10 to 15% of his body weight. This week, the snakes, almost all of the snakes, are going to not be fed for this week because it's good to give their digestive system a break.
Rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we've been feeding them 15%, so that's a lot for their body to digest, and that's like a 7 to 10 day process for them to fully digest. Yes, he has.
When we brought him home, he was
104 grams. And I don't know what he weighs right now. Shoot. Last time I weighed him, so last week before I fed him, he was 198.
Okay. So that's still a big difference, though.
He's probably over 200 now, but I'm not going to weigh him this week because, he's really going to be going into shed soon. He is really pink. I'm looking at this in this light, and he's really pink on his belly. That's a sign of a snake going into shed. It's the pink.
He is.
And with him being a piebald, he'll actually go up pink over his body.
His eyes are not blue yet, though.
No, I wouldn't have taken him out. We would have said, this video is about Phoenix. And we'd have done a different video. So, we're talking about he's due to shed soon. Again, we always use Lane Labs. Please use Lane Labs. They will not give us an affiliate link. I wish they would. Maybe if we ever get popular with your help, they'll give us an affiliate link. But if you go to Green Room Pythons, we highly recommend him. We love him. He has actual care guides. We're not at a point of publishing a care guide. But he has actual care guides. He's awesome. And any of his 2026 videos will have an updated affiliate link. He has affiliate links in his older videos, but they won't work anymore. So go to his 2026 videos and then watch any of his other stuff too, because he's amazing. Isn't he wonderful? So, why don't you stop talking about his personality, because I forgot to grab Tracy's book.
He's giving me kisses.
Oh, he's giving you kisses? Okay, well, I'll be right back.
We kind of already talked about his personality and how chill he is. But you can see how easygoing he is and how laid back, and he just, I love this little guy. I could hold him all day, every day. I mean, he's the easiest snake to handle. Like, he's never once struck at us.
Nope.
Never had an issue with that. I don't think I've ever heard him hiss.
No, I haven't either, actually.
He's
so chill.
He is. I don't think I have anything bad I could say about him.
No.
I mean, we have a few snakes that do hiss. We have a few snakes that have struck.
In my video for Johnny, in our video for Johnny, I should say, I actually had it written down to cover this, and I just totally spaced it. Johnny has only struck at me one time, and that's when we were actually picking him up. We were actually getting him. And so we're at the guy's house, we're picking him up, we're holding him. I held him at first, he just stayed in a tight ball, typical ball python. I handed him over to her, and I was trying to be brave enough to hold this guy's tarantula, and I just wasn't there. So Kelly is standing right here. She's holding Johnny, who's all balled up. I'm standing like just very close to how we are right now, actually. And I'm like, I'm wanting to hold this tarantula. And I'm like, and he goes, you can just reach it. So I take my finger and I reach out and pet the abdomen. I'm like, oh my God. And I went over and I like laid my head on her shoulder and said, I just don't dare. And Johnny went, boom. and I just felt a little tap on my coat sleeve. And she had this look on her face and said, what? And she goes, he just struck you. I'm like, because it was my first snake. So I kind of whispered to her, I said, I don't know if we should get him now because he just struck at me. And she goes, yeah, but you scared him. I'm like, true. Point. He's never once since. Even when he was brand new here, we did not do the optimal thing of keeping him in an enclosure for 5 to 7 days without touching him. We were holding him from the get-go.
We couldn't resist.
We couldn't. And he is just, I'm not recommending that, but I know a lot of people who have done that. I can't officially recommend, yeah, go ahead, hold your snake from day one.
No,
but I can't say
should quarantine them and let them get used to their new environment.
Well, if you have other reptiles, definitely quarantine. Quarantine. But it really is the smarter option to let them decompress.
Yes.
However, we can also speak for the fact that if you don't, it doesn't necessarily go bad, but it can. Mm-hmm. So we're going to give that little thing out there. He's almost completely not head shy like Johnny. He will still shy away once in a while if I try to pet the side of his head or whatever. It just depends on his mood.
But he will let you also because you can rub.
Yeah, but Johnny you can do it like almost all the time. But yeah, see, she's rubbing his head right now, and he doesn't care.
Nah.
He has figured out that we are completely safe.
He lets me kiss him.
We can kiss him. Him and Johnny for sure. We can kiss him. We'll do with the other snakes when we get there. We'll talk about if we can kiss our snakes in a minute. In their videos, we'll talk about the kissing. Yeah.
So,
just an overall good boy.
He is.
He's very curious. He is very curious. Johnny is more chill. He is curious. If you put anything new in his enclosure, like I just cleaned his enclosure last night, and he had to go all around looking at everything and crawling over everything, and he's very, very curious, which is wonderful. You want that in a snake.
If you're thinking that he is not aggressive, though, don't let this mild, meek manner fool you because he is food aggressive, okay?
Okay.
I will tell you that this boy is one of the first to come out when we are feeding other snakes.
Yes. We're using the term aggressive loosely because snakes are not aggressive. Well, ball pythons are not aggressive, but
he smells.
He's got a food response.
Yes.
And as soon as we turn on the hairdryer, I kind of want to go in there and test tomorrow and just turn on the hairdryer without warming up a rat and see if he comes out. Because I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Because I think he just knows the sound of the hairdryer.
He's like, oh, is it for me? And he comes out in full on strike mode, like, is it for me? Is it for me? And it's so funny. I mean, he will be like, only the base of his body will be on the ground. All the rest of it will be up and curved, ready. He's ready.
And he can be sound asleep in his hide. And if he hears it or smells it, he's out.
I typically feed at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And he'll wake up for that. Because
he does.
Is it yummy, yummy, yummy?
He does.
Yep. So, I always, I told the author I'm going to promote her book on every single video that has anything to do with ball pythons. I'm going to do it. Again, here we go. A New Keeper's Guide to Ball Pythons from a woman who never in a million years intended to keep snakes. It's on Amazon. It is my ball python Bible. It has everything you need to know. And if it doesn't, reach out. Reach out. Reach out to anybody who knows something about ball pythons. You can reach out to us. And if we don't know, we will find out the answer. I promise. Absolutely. I'm in contact with this author. So if need be, I can say, hey, she knows we started a YouTube channel. And she tried to get me an affiliate link for the book. There's a lot of stipulations that we can't necessarily guarantee to adhere to because Amazon is very, very particular, which is fine. That's their business. Oh, she has a blue-eyed Lucy. That's cute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love blue-eyed Lucy.
Yeah, I do too. So, yes, if you have a ball python, if you're getting a ball python, if you're thinking about getting a ball python, please, please, please get her book. Please. I will always promote her book because it's amazing. It's very clear, very concise, very easy to understand. It's divided into topics. If there's a problem or an issue or a question, you can just look it up and just go right to the page. So it's really good. I wish I had written it. So, we are going to talk about God because, like we said, This channel is just as much about God.
Yes, it is.
And if you're a believer, great. You're going to relate. If you're on the fence, just listen with an open mind. If you're not a believer, try to open your heart. I hope you haven't already shut off the video. Try to open your heart and your mind. Understand that we are not trying to shove God down your throat. It's not going to happen. But we are going to share the truth as we know it. And the truth is so beautiful that we can't help that. We can't help but want to share it. Right?
God is beautiful. God's love and grace is amazing.
His
and
grace is...
If you just give him a chance,
it's so
your
far...
whole world will change.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Yes. I just don't know any other way to say it. I mean...
Is he sleeping? Or is he just chilled?
He's kind of...
He's just chilled.
Yeah.
He's just chilled.
I never thought in a million years, though, that I would look at things in my world differently just because of God. Just because of God's existence.
Same.
And I find myself just in utter amazement.
Yes.
That things that were around me, that have been around me my whole life,
Yeah.
I have a completely different perspective on. And I see them with the same set of eyes I've always had, but they're open.
That's the best way to put it. That's the best way to put it. Just because you develop a faith in Jesus and you follow God and you believe in his mercy, just because of that stuff, that doesn't mean your eyes are open. And it doesn't mean that once your eyes are opened, all your things are going to change. Your circumstances are not going to change. They're not going to change. Certain things can change. Big guy, good boy. Oh, why am I saying good boy? He's yawning.
Just that, though.
But it's so cute. Oh my God, ball python yawns are amazing. Oh my goodness. But the circumstances in your life are not going to change just because you not suddenly, it's not a sudden, well, it actually can be.
It can be.
It really can be. It can be.
For some people it can be,
but
for some people it can take
there
a while.
are certain circumstances that can change. Absolutely. If you put your faith in God, it's amazing what can change. But you're still going to, what I'm saying is you're still going to have bills. You're still going to have a job. You're still going to have kids and family and drama and pets and stress and potential health issues. And you're still going to have the things that life throws at you. And you're going to have the things that this demonic world throws at you. There's a lot of demonic influence. It's not in every person, but it is everywhere. So I'm going to share a story with you that blew my mind because I didn't know it. If you already believe in God and you've been following God for a while and following Jesus and reading the Bible, you maybe already knew this. I did not. I'm relatively new, not to Christianity, but to being born again. I am new in this. Barabbas. Everybody knows that when Jesus was going through the whole process of being beaten and crucified and everything, he stood in front of the crowd along with Barabbas. Criminal, murderer, not a good man.
Pontius Pilate.
By any stretch. And he lifted up the crowd. He lifted up the crowd. And the crowd wanted Barabbas freed. Did you know that Barabbas means son of God? It means son of the Father. So as Jesus stood there, innocent, son of the Father, so stood Barabbas, which means son of the Father, the guilty. But he got to walk free. Do you know what this means? We are all Barabbas. We are guilty. We have sin on our souls. Every one of us. There's not one of us that has never sinned. Some of us more than others. We have sinned. And the reason we walk free is because the innocent Son of God died. That blew my mind. It blew my mind. It is amazing. Yeah, hi, baby. Does he want to come see me? Hi. So we are going to make this short. I do want to tell you about a few things. There's a church, and this preacher Aaron Perry, I believe is his name. I want to give credit where credit is due. Although he was quoting gospel, but I want to give credit where credit is due because he put this in his preaching. He said a few things that I thought this would be really good to share with more than just his congregation. One of the things is you can still believe the right things, but live the wrong way. I was raised Catholic. You were raised Catholic.
I was. Yes.
Going to church all the time. I've never not believed in God. Have you?
No.
I've always believed in Jesus. Always. The Holy Spirit. Always. Oh, I'm sorry. I moved my hand too fast. I'm sorry. We can't help but kiss him. It's a compulsion.
It is.
I would say
it's a must.
I would say we're taking medication for it, but we're not.
It wouldn't matter anyway. I'd do it anyway.
There's something about their triangular head. I've always believed in God, but I can tell you for sure that I have many times in my life not been living a Christ life. I was promiscuous. I was. In my 30s, it was bad. Obviously, I mean, the promiscuity did taper off, but I met her husband by being immoral. I mean, it just... I've always believed the right things.
There's a lot of times in my life that I felt like I believed in God. I felt like I was, living life the way I was supposed to, but I think I was more than anything just going through the motions of a Christian life instead of actually living life the way I was supposed to.
Yep. So you can believe the right things and still be living the wrong way. And how you live is what's going to determine your destination. Your destination, not your intention. This is a quote by a pastor named Andy Stanley. Your direction, I was misquoting earlier. Your direction, not your intentions, determines your destination. So we were believing the right things, but we were living the wrong way. That was going to determine our destination. The wonderful news is God gave us free will. And it can always be changed. Until you take your last breath, it is all you got to do is accept Jesus. That's literally all you have to do. Yeah. Now, obviously, if you accept Jesus, I can't look at you right now and say, I accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior, and then go over there and rob the neighbors and go over there and steal their food and go over there. Because if you really accept Jesus, you wouldn't do those things. That's the thing. Another thing he said is we do not accidentally fulfill God's plan for us. You don't accidentally do that. This is an intentional thing. You have to intentionally follow Jesus. You have to intentionally read the Bible and follow the Jesus of the Bible. Do not follow the Jesus of the world. Because the Jesus of the world is fictitious. He's not real. The Jesus of the world is all those people out there. Well, the Jesus I believe in agrees with this or this or this. That is bull. If it's not in the Bible, it is not true.
Because society often changes it to fit the narrative that they want.
They want their sins to be okay.
Yes.
And
that's
I'm
human
sorry,
nature.
We all do. I have tried justifying my wrongdoing so many times.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I know an affair was wrong, but I mean, I just loved him so much. I don't care. It wasn't okay. It was 100% not okay. Not okay with God. Not okay with me. Not okay with her. It was not okay. Not okay ever. We can try to justify all we want. But every time you're trying to justify what you're but what about this? God can't really look at that as bad because who's getting hurt? Fine. Close your eyes and pretend that you're actually standing in front of God. You're actually determining your eternity right now. You're determining your eternity. Do you really still think that he's going to be okay? If any tiny little part of you doubts that, you need to rethink your position. For sure. And then this one really got me because I don't struggle with hatred anymore. I used to. I used to hate people, genuinely hate them. I don't. I think hatred is poison. It's poison to the soul. It's poison to your life.
It absolutely is.
It can do no good to anybody. But there have been certain, I will just say a certain political figure that I genuinely have hated. I'm not going to say who because this is not a channel of politics at all. But I have genuinely hated this person. And I do mean hate. I didn't wish death, but I wish a lot of other things. And here I am professing to be a Christian. Here I am saying, I believe in God. Here I am saying that God loves all of us. Well, if God loves this person, what right do I have to not love them if I love God? Jesus dined and communed and socialized with prostitutes, with God picked the 12 most unworthy people ever, people who were criminals at some point, to be his disciples, to be the disciples to Jesus. Jesus chose these 12 men. Are you kidding? So you're telling me that because I personally don't like this person, it deserves hatred? No.
Hate the sin, not the sinner.
Yes. Yes. So the quote that this pastor shared was, if you take the right position, and I'm saying right because we all have our view of right, but my right is what's in the Bible. But not everything is in the Bible in regards to, there's nothing in the Bible saying whether you should be Democrat or Republican. There's not one thing. So that's what I'm saying. The right position. If you take the right position, but still hate your neighbor, you're not going to the right place. And that, I had already worked past my hatred by that point. I really had. But that nailed it in for me. That cemented it in. There is no hatred in my heart at all for anybody. I don't care what they do. Now, does that mean I won't struggle? If somebody were to come into our house tonight and rape her right in front of me and kill my husband and torture my animals, I'm going to struggle. I'm going to struggle. If I actually survive that, I'm going to struggle. If that were to happen, I would struggle. And I'm not even saying that I wouldn't fail for a while. But I also do believe that Jesus, that my God, my King, he would get me through it eventually. He would. As soon as I allowed him to.
Anger is not the same as hatred, though.
Exactly.
You can be angry. You have a right to get angry.
Jesus was angry.
Feelings are valid.
Jesus threw tables.
But work through those
I'll be right back.
feelings.
So, that's all our God talk. Really, really, really think about what we've talked about. Look it up in the Bible for yourself. Read it for yourself. Research it. Think on it. Pray on it. Meditate on it. I don't care. But just let it sink in a little bit and decide. Was she talking to me when she shared what that preacher said? Was she talking to me? Is there any chance she was talking to me? Because I know that preacher was talking to me. I know he was.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So, again, please, please, please. If you, and I sound like I'm begging because right now I kind of am. We really kind of are. We need your help. We want to keep doing this. We love doing this. We don't even know what we're going to keep doing, but we want to do this. We love this. We want to share that these are not evil creatures. These are beautiful, magnificent animals. They are animals with personalities. They are not evil.
We just want to continue to share God's love. That's really what we want to do. So help us to continue, to allow us to continue to do
Like
that,
this
please.
video. Go back and watch our other ones if you haven't already. Like those ones. And please subscribe to our channel. I don't know if you have to turn on notifications. I don't know. If you need to turn on notifications, please do.
Yep.
We would appreciate it.
Like, subscribe,
And
turn on
share.
notifications.
Share this to your Facebook wall. Share this to Instagram, even though you can't post links to Instagram. Share this on TikTok. Or, I don't want to use TikTok. I don't know if you can do that. I don't care if you text it to people. Do what you can to help us out. We would appreciate it so very much.
Spread the word.
And the love. Spread the word and the love. And as always,
Remember,
God is good.
all the time,
All the time.
God is good.
God bless you all. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, weekend, holiday. Bye. And Leo says bye too.